ET Studios at MoEngage's Growth Summit in association with ET BrandEquity. We're in conversation with Shubham Choudhury of Policybazaar. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
But let's talk about integrating technology for mining deep customer data. How are you utilizing emerging technologies to tap into actionable data? And also, if you could share one example from your personal experience.
Sure. So, Shilpa, I think one of the most important things for us is not just using emerging technologies to, get the data insights for customers, but also being able to use that in the right place at the right time. So, for me, I think the most important part is being able to understand what kind of bucket the customer belongs to, because the customers also sometimes prefer legacy channels like SMS for the business to reach out to them, but there are also very aware customers who are at times very early adopters of technology, right? So for us, I think for predictive analytics, there's a set of tools that we use in order to identify which customer to reach at what time and through what channel. And I think a lot of emerging technologies, including some of the most recent ones like Gen AI, for example, is really helpful for us, not just to be able to identify that channel and time, but then also to help us write that perfect message that the customer will, give us their attention for.
Now, when you personalize right and you hyper-personalize and you personalize at scale, what are the sorts of results that you see? Is it an increase in engagement? Is it an increase in CLV? What is the biggest benefit that you have seen?
Yeah. So I think personalization has always been a bit of a challenge for us. We tend to, normally divide customers into two buckets. One would be people who have always given us most of their data because, let's say, they're a booked customer with us. And then there is a huge chunk of the other side of things where these people have shown interest in our products but have not historically bought something. So we're not always sure of the data points that we have. So the personalization also for us is bucketed in these two ways, where one side we are doing hyper-personalization, we are trying to identify each and every bit about your data, about your profile basically, and trying to pitch the right product to you.
Right.
And then there is the other side where we are trying to predict what it could be that we can pitch to you, but at the same time we are also trying to get a confidence score of the data points that we have about you, are they even right or not. So I think for the first segment, we've been very, very successful in order to identify what to sell to which customer and if it would really help you or not.
Right.
On the other side, I think it's been a challenge to personalize. However, we have realized that customers, if you reach them at the right point in time, if you're able to get their attention by the right offer, then they will give you that data, right? There are times when if it's an interesting offer for them, if it's really going to help them in the future, then they would not shy away from telling you a little bit about themselves, so you could tailor your offerings a little bit for them. So I think that's an approach that always helps us.
All right, now it's time for a very quick rapid fire round. If you had a magic wand and would raise one marketing challenge in 2024, which one would that be?
Oh, I think I would erase this personalization challenge the most. I think one of the biggest problems we face is that if a customer data point is 3 years old, I have no idea of the timeline, if you got married or not, if you had a kid or not, and I would really want that information.
All right, now Gen AI and banking marcoms, yay or nay?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, okay. What's the most important point marketers in FinServe don't understand about customer engagement?
I think they tend to spray and pray. I think that's one of the biggest problems that I've faced in the industry, that most people would take up the entire data, use one offer, try to stick it all together, but it doesn't work. You have to really segment and personalize.
All right, rank these in the order of importance: right message, right timing, right channel.
Oh, I think they're all rank one for me, but I would say right message, because that's the most important for me, and I think then the right time and the right channel.
All right, so in the order that we stated. Perfect. Now, if you could pick one superpower to have as a marketer, which one?
Oh, wow, okay. So I'm a big fan of Star Wars, so I would really want to have a Jedi mind trick where I could understand what the customer really wants at a particular time and just offer
be
them
able
that.
to offer them that. Okay. All right, you make
Or
them
maybe
the right.
influence them the way I want.
Okay, so you want to be an influencer. You want to be the influencer marketer. Got it. All right, thank you so much for talking to us, Shubham. An absolute pleasure.
My
Thank
pleasure.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.